Welcome to the Scuba Made YouTube channel.
Welcome back, guys. Time for a new video. Now, if you've been following my last couple of videos, you'll probably notice that when I'm working on the car, I've never taken the undertray off. That's because when I bought this car, it didn't have an undertray or like some of the plastics under there, because it had obviously had a bit of damage. You can see a few dents and things up there, and you can tell it was probably just cracked and whatnot, and they took it off. But anyway, I happen to want the undertray because my 325 had an undertray, and I got used to just taking it off. And you know, I think it looks nice down there. It neatens it up. It catches any oil that may drip, because these things do drip a bit. And also, I believe it helps with the air circulation around the car when you're driving, and it might even help with a little bit of fuel economy and stuff like that. So yeah, I went out and bought one second hand. It turns out here, I guess I'm on the Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia, they're actually pretty hard to find. I've spent the last month pretty much looking for one, and the best I could find was a broken one. Which brings me to this video, which will be trying to plastic weld to fix the broken undertray and install it in the car. Installing it should be pretty easy, but yeah, getting it fixed will be difficult. Now, I've got it out on the bench just over here, and as you can see, it's pretty broken. And you might be able to tell just like here and stuff, I've already started plastic welding it just to make sure it worked pretty much. I think I can salvage it. I found like some old scraps around the back as well, which I might be able to cut and put in the little gaps. There's two if I get too keen. I was also going to mention, I don't know heaps about all this, but I think this is maybe M Sport, I don't know. My car used to be flat all the way across, and this one's got like cutouts there. So I think if I just this can just hang into the front bar, that's no problem. But I might have to just make like a little piece for here and here, otherwise there'll be big holes there and there as well. So let's get into it and see what I can make out of all this. Okay, so the soldering iron I'm using, I've used this before. As you can see, it's just pretty hot there now, so it's starting to get hot. Yeah, it's nice and windy today, as you can see, which is good because this is fumy as, and you do not want to be breathing this in. But let's get started. It's pretty simple. I just sort of like heat it up a bit, and then yeah, like just work in little sections, like heat it up a little bit, and then just sort of melt it. Just run it along the crack, and then try and smooth it over. Okay, that's most of the welds done now. Just so there's just those holes left. I don't know how I'm exactly going to fix that, but I guess I'll be trying to chop some of this off and put it in there. Let's just flip that over. And yeah, there's it from the other side. So I've welded it on both sides. You can see in there. Took a bit to do all that, but it seems to be good now. There's just a few left to do down here, but I'm gonna get this heat shield off to do these ones because I can't get to the other side, obviously, and flip it over. This heat shield needs to be a bit bent as well, so I'll pop that off by popping all these little tabs here off, and just lift it up, give it a clean, and see what it looks like underneath. Okay, that's all pretty much plastic welded up now. So I got my scissors, my big shears, and then I'm gonna take, I guess, this bit and then try and see what I can do. Maybe cut little bits out, put it over here, and whatnot, something like that. Anyway, let's get into it. Start with that little tiny hole first, I think. Well, that's that hole gone now. That was pretty easy. Let's keep going, see what the next one's like. Well, I gotta say, probably not my best work, but I think that'll do. That one there obviously is a bit better. You can hardly tell. I've still got to do these 3 holes up there. Let's flip it over. Yeah, that looks pretty funny from the other side, but this is where that alloy bit goes, isn't it? So, yeah, right there. Yeah, so that bit doesn't matter very much. I suppose it's only got to look good from underneath. Yeah. Anyway, I might grind that a little bit with my grinder when it dries. But anyway, let's keep going. Okay, I've put the heat shield thing back on, bended it up a bit, and as you can see here, I've started doing this. Now I'll just I've tried a few different things. It's pretty hard and I've spent a fair bit of time doing it. Looks a bit ugly on this side, but it looks a lot better on the other side. I'll just give you a quick look. Yeah, so I've remade this channel along here and that's what that bit looks like. It's not great, but it's just to flow air, so it should be fine. And then that's working with that, and yeah, it's just that bit there and that bit there that I've still got to fill, I guess. So anyway, let's get on to it and try and get this done. It's taken such a long time, but anyway, I'm getting there. So first I just cut a piece out of this and cut it. I'll just cut this a little bit. Get this in there like that. Time for one last grind. So I've been grinding it. I don't think I've filmed that yet, but anyway, let's give it one last grind and hopefully call it good. Well, I reckon I can call that done. It's yeah, it's not got those holes in it anymore. So that side, it looks pretty crappy on the other side because that's gonna, the wind obviously goes on this side and everything. So this side's just the side that the oil falls on. So yeah, it looks pretty nasty up here. But not to worry. And under there, I'll give this thing a quick clean up and then finally put it in the car. Oh, I haven't made bits for there yet. I don't know, I might do that once it's in the car. We'll see. Alrighty, let's go. Okay, just for a quick look under here, I don't actually have all of the screws yet, so I'll just be using these little screws. I've ordered some, but they haven't come yet, so I'll be mounting it just with those, not these little 8mm ones. I've ordered 20 of them, so that should be enough. I've got this, I bought this bit as well, but this bit wasn't damaged, so I just put it in. But something tells me this is from an auto because my 325i had like a little duct bit that went up somewhere in here. And also I made this little bracket here, if you can see that, like that. I know that O2 mount is very close from these dump pipes, but anyway, I made this little bracket here to hold this up here because I think I'm missing the one that goes in there. So I don't know. Oh, there's an example of the screws I'm using, just until the ones come that I've ordered. And I don't know if you can see there, but it's all ripped up there. That's probably why this is missing. Was missing these bits. They would have got damaged in whatever damaged that. I might try and fix that one day, but it looks like it's a lot harder to get out because it goes all the way down the back and into the middle back there. So I'd have to have the whole side of the car up. Which it'd be easy on a hoist, but it'd be difficult under here like I am. Anyway, oh, and what I wanted to point out, one of the biggest reasons I wanted this, because if you look in here, my finger's touching the flywheel, and if you look up here, will I get it? Like that's the flywheel, right there. That's the flywheel. Now, what happens if a little rock comes along and wants to go in there or in there? It's going to get in with my flywheel. So that's another reason I want to have that big plastic covering all that, because I don't want rocks and stuff in there. It's just another reason. Anyway, let's put the Undertray back in. Now that it's all clean. There's the finished product, cleaned and ready to go. Now, I sprayed it with some water dispersant stuff to get the water off after I washed it and to give it a bit of a shine. So yeah, you can see most of the repair was done all up there. But it's going to be like pretty much working as a new one should, I'd hope. And yeah, hopefully it stays good. It looks a bit shabby on the other side, but that's alright, that's the side the oil drips on. It came up much nicer, the oil cleaned up nicely and everything. Yeah, so let's get it up there. That's it, all in now, and yeah, there's the repaired bit. Give it a focus. Anyway, I'm very happy with that, and that should work a lot better as I want it to. It just didn't quite fit there and there, but the screws actually lined up all the way across the front too. So like these screws all lined up with this, so that was pretty cool. Just didn't get anything for there. Like this is, I don't know what's meant Like, I think, yeah, this must be from like LCI or like M Sport or something. I don't know, or something. Don't really care too much about it though. It fits up there good. The hole for the oil drain is still in the right spot and everything. So very happy with that, and that should flow air under the car as it was intended to from the factory, I guess. Yeah, so there we have it. Another job done on the car. Obviously I've got to get the screws for it, the proper screws. They're coming though, I've ordered them. Yeah, I've got the catless downpipes in now. I'm still waiting on the adapter bits to get the air filters on, the dual cone intake or whatever, 2 pod filters I call it. I keep looking every time at this engine bay, and I think like I want to move these, and I kind of want this over there, and maybe like the power steering thing here when this is gone, the pod filters there, and actually eventually I probably want the pod filters here or something like that. I don't know, we'll keep deciding what I should do there and just leave it like that for now until more parts come and I install a few more things. But, oh, that's what I wanted to mention. Yes, if you can see down there off the map sensor, I got the JB4 Plus off my mate. That was awesome. He even put it in. It was pretty easy, so I didn't make a video on how to install that because he did it in about 2 minutes. I wasn't even paying attention. He's like, it's in now, and I'm like, oh, sweet. And that made a huge difference to performance. That's the biggest performance gain I've had so far. Like it now, I'll have to do a drive probably in another video, but yeah, if you're in a straight line, first and second, it just spins the wheels. So yeah, that's pretty fun. Anyway, I've still got to put LED lights and stuff in. Yeah, anyway, stay tuned. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.